welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and we're back yet again for another Marvel Legends video. This one I have been really excited about checking these figures out. Really been looking forward to getting the complete set. Finally, my Juggernaut showed up from Entertainment Earth, and lo and behold, yes! Now we can check out the entire first wave. So, first and foremost, though, I want to give a shout out to Jude Buff Pixels. It's the guy that did all the gorgeous, pixelated, old-school artwork that you see on every single one of these Marvel Legends Gamerverse boxes. So definitely follow him on Instagram. First and foremost, for Walmart. This was a Walmart exclusive. It's kind of on the bottom for me. This is the War Machine versus Omega Red. Not a great set, not a bad set. Just kind of a so-so set. And I got lots of thoughts on this, which we will discuss, but again, I love how they really took it to the top with the arts and the games, and it's all represented well. Here's the barcode for that set. Then there was the Target exclusive, the infamous Psylocke versus Thanos set. If you did miss it, they have recently said they're going to bring a few back in 2026, so stay tuned for more information on that. It's not a total loss. Don't go to eBay and everything else just yet, but again, Psylocke versus Thanos. You can read up on that one-sentence bio, and here's the barcode for when they return to store shelves sometime in 2026. And so after those two, then these all went everywhere. And for the most part, I got every single one of these sets from Entertainment Earth. This one being Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. I love the logos right there. The big old verses. Jude Buff Pixels, you nailed it, man. And then, of course, you have beautiful photography as well. They had stop motion. They really went all in on this project, and it really shows. We're going to be talking about all of that, rest assured. And then I have been asking for a blue Venom for years. I kept saying, do the Marvel vs. Capcom Venom. Please do the blue Venom, and lo and behold, we have Captain America versus Venom. The Captain America is pretty awesome as well. So again, all of the effect pieces, very reminiscent of the video games, from Marvel superheroes to Marvel vs. Capcom to everything in between. Whatever you want to call it, it's an old school video game lineup. And then you got a big mamma jamma, because what is a Gamerverse lineup without Marvel's Juggernaut? Look at the logo right there. That is so flippin' cool. From the ground up, Juggernaut has been rebuilt. He's a brand new figure. He was the last one on my list to grab. Yeah, very excited to check out. This, I'm not even joking. It's like a murder weapon. This packaging, this figure is enormous. And then, even bigger than the Juggernaut, we have Shuma-Gorath, a.k.a. Gargantos, because of rights and everything else. You call him whatever you like, but we all know it's Shuma-Gorath. And he took down Silver Samurai real easy like. He's a giant cephalopod monster that would make H.P. Lovecraft blush. And here's the old barcode for him. Like I said, all of these pretty much came from Entertainment Earth. Pre-ordered them and they showed up, so I highly recommend them. Some are still available now. You can even get the Bandai SH Figure Arts, Gamerverse, Cyclops, and Spider-Man. Those are on pre-order, so it's all kind of up in the air. They're having a pre-Black Friday sale now. Spend $100, save 10, spend $250, save 40, yada yada. You get it. Head over to Entertainment Earth if you haven't already, and I guarantee you'll find something there that you like. So this is going to be an absolute blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the entire first wave of the brand new Marvel Legends Gamerverse, Marvel superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom, you name it, we got it. Here we go. All right, so we're going to kind of do this in no particular order except for this set, which is pretty much on the bottom for me. Not because they're anything terrible. It's just kind of like, oh, I have plenty of War Machines. Oh, I got plenty of Omega Reds. That kind of situation. But it's nice in the terms of a Gamerverse, Marvel vs. Capcom, especially for Omega Red. You're going to get the same wild whipping tentacles that we have seen with many an Omega Red in recent years. You can't really do anything with these, like pick up a character. They're not that strong. And then you have little ones that are barely coming out of his arms. You also get a pair of punchy fists. It's got his little Omega Red symbol on them. Totally dig that. And then the figure itself. Now, like I said, we'll throw away the whole situation of, yes, these are reissued and redone and yada yada. Some have pins, some are pinless. The colors are cool. Again, we're going pretty much just Marvel vs. Capcom style, Omega Red. I like the reds, I like the whites. They've sort of updated the paint in many ways. So he is a little bit different. He's a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner. It's a Marvel Legends articulation. It's nothing crazy. You slip in the tentacles into his forearm nodules or whatever you want to call it. Go big, go small, whatever you'd like to do. He's got a ferocious face going on, all amidst all that blonde hair. It's pretty cool. Now, like I said, pinless, not pinless, kind of a mixture. So that's kind of why this particular pack is a little bit further down at the bottom for me. And it's going to be kind of the same thing with War Machine. Now, this one isn't exactly Marvel vs. Capcom. It's more so the artwork, because as we all know, War Machine was a clone of Iron Man in the actual game. He does come with some open hands that would be firing some repulsor blasts. You don't get those repulsor blasts. They give those to us a million times. This is the one time they were like, nah. But you do get a rocket, and you get a blast effect. Now, you can see there are portholes at the bottom. So let's say this. If you want to pick up the Wolverine versus Silver Samurai pack, it comes with stands for the various accessories. The other problem, though, is that they're the only pack that come with these stands. Why not give every single pack these stands? It making no sense. They can't cost that much money. They're not that great. But War Machine himself, he's got a little grayish blue going on. The big old cannon shoulder can go up, go down, go back. Plenty of articulation. Nothing crazy here. Nothing new for Marvel Legends. Same old, same old. I did find that the legs on my War Machine are a little bit rickety. Just FYI, like when you want to go and properly stand him, yeah, he gets a little tumbly every once in a while. But as far as the artwork goes, based off the old Marvel vs. Capcom game, he looks pretty cool, and I love this blast effect right here, which fits into the cannon. That is pretty awesome. So in that sense, I like War Machine more than I like Omega Red. No, you can't fit the missile in there, unfortunately. It's not going to go, but then why would you anyway? See, it does feel like certain elements to this set are missing. Like they kind of had to make it cost-effective, something like that. It's very evident. So again, they're cool, but they're definitely at the bottom in terms of the entire wave. Next up from the Target exclusive set, we have Psylocke versus Thanos. This was the set that everybody was clamoring for. A lot of people missed it. So again, I'm glad they're bringing it back eventually. Thanos comes with, well, basically one accessory, a hand, a fisted hand, and or his Infinity Gauntlet hand. The actual physical figure is amazing. This is what I think about with Thanos. From old school video games to Silver Surfer, the animated series, just Thanos in general with the big horned crown. That's what I like to see. Plus, I really like the matte blue that they got going on amidst the orange. Some of the orange parts have a glitter inside it that really makes it sparkly, makes it pop, kind of changes it up. He's got his Infinity Gauntlet hand with all the Infinity Stones. That's cool. He's snapping away. Now, one thing, though, is that we have seen this type of Thanos figure before. Some of the articulation is hindered by the skirt and whatnot, but for the most part, like I said, in what I think about with Marvel characters, and that's really where a lot of this wave hits the plus for me, is that they are the core characters. These are the Marvel characters that I know and love from growing up with Marvel in general. So from Fisted Hands to Infinity Gauntlet hands and everything in between, this is a fantastic Thanos in the sense of what I think about, what I like with Thanos, and then comic books and video games and all of that in between. The other character has been rebuilt from the ground up in more ways than one. She comes with many different hands, from her psychokinesis hands to an outstretched hand, and then you have a different head portrait with her little telekinesis powers that can clip onto her head. Kind of clips on, kind of doesn't. It's that in between. But I really like what they did with the hair, purple underneath, with a purple wash on top. It really makes her pop, and we're not having to buy two figures this time around for black hair and or purple hair. She's got a great face on her. She also comes with her telekinesis powers. These are straight from the video game, kind of swords, daggers, energy effects. They clip onto her various hands, and I gotta say, This is the kind of stuff I've been asking for years from Marvel Legends. These are very cool to look at. Then we get the power telekinesis dagger that you see in all the Marvel vs. Capcom artwork with Psylocke. So that looks great as well. The figure is absolutely fantastic. They nailed it. It looks like a female action figure. Good job, Marvel Legends. Like I said, in more ways than one. It doesn't hurt to kind of do this once in a while. As fans, well, we know how we are. But all of the articulation is there. She can do ab crunches. She can lean all the way over. She can kick out, kick up. She's got some hidden thigh articulation amidst all the bands, double joints, you name it. She's got it. And she's fantastic. This is a great looking Psylocke. And again, with all the powers, all the effects, if you want to have her going up against Thanos or Street Fighter characters or Mega Man, whatever you choose on your toy shelf, all these powers and effects really do matter. And they all, for the most part, work pretty well. Some of them are a little janky, like the telekinesis part that fits on her head, but for the most part, heck yeah, it's a great set. Now, to kind of change it up a little bit, we'll go with a single type figure like this old big mamma jamma himself, Kane Marco. But as many Juggernauts that I have in my collection, I can honestly tell you, this one beats the Diamond Select one. And that was a great Juggernaut. But as you can clearly see, he's got some humongous hands. So you have an outstretched hand, and then you have a person grabbing hand or an item grabbing hand. And what I really like, it's a nice attention to detail, is that they painted the fingernails beautifully. It's really cool the way that they did that. And just to kind of show you the scale here of the hands, you put a Spider-Man next to these hands. Yeah, Spider-Man's not walking away happy, but he does come with an effect piece, and this is a thunderous punch or energy punch. And again, in bringing forth the video games to life on your shelf, that is very cool. Kane Marco, Juggernaut. Man, oh man. I don't know what I was expecting when I first saw them reveal. Like, oh, it's another Juggernaut. This is the Juggernaut. This is the newest, baddest one. And it's a must-have if you're a Marvel Legends collector. Now, I love what they've done here. He's very anime-ish. He's got all those big proportions. He's just very cool looking. That's all I really got for you in that sense. And he's got plenty of articulation. While thick and chunky, he's very sturdy as well. Nothing is loose. You get pretty decent head articulation. It is a giant dome on his head, so I'm not looking for too much. But he's got butterflies, and he's got his big ol' biceps and single joints, and he's got his big ol' ab crunch, which you can get him leaning all the way over with his big old clodhopper boots, so he can go kicking and punching, because nothing stops the Juggernaut. But the paint is great. Like I said, as big a figure as he is, he's got toe articulation. You can get him in that running position like he is just going to run you right through a wall. And that's pretty darn cool. For as heavy as this figure is, you'll laugh when you pick it up. You'll go, oh, wow, yeah, I could do all this and then some. From the energy punch, like he's just going to annihilate Spider-Man, even though I would prefer a much brighter blue Spider-Man, just FYI. But for now, this totally works as a placeholder. But yeah, from all the hands to the energy effect to this being a big, giant, menacing figure, heck yeah, highly recommend the Juggernaut. Now to go back to some 2-packs here. We have Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. So this one's kind of like the War Machine and Omega Red in a certain way. Wolverine, which I'm going to tell you is a pretty awesome figure. There is some qualms to that. But Silver Samurai kind of falls into that, well, we may already have him, and he's not all that exciting. But he does come with a very cool energy effect piece. I love the look of this. It has some blues to purples. It's very cool. What a great energy effect. They absolutely nailed that. Then he also comes with his throwing energy star, that kind of thing. And when you have it in a stand, which you can clearly see is articulated, yeah, again, that brings to life the powers and getting Silver Samurai to kind of do more than just, oh, I hold a sword and whatnot. Although I'll tell you with some of the pieces and some of the stands, because they're kind of fidgety, you have to find that sweet spot in standing it. With Silver Samurai, comes with his big old blade, his giant sword, his energy sword, his spirit sword, the Muramasa blade, I believe that's what it's called. But Silver Samurai is just the same exact figure that we've seen before. Different paint job, of course, but pins for days. And that's where it kind of gets on the lower end of the packs for me, even though Wolverine is very cool. Silver Samurai is a little bit humdrum, but the powers, the energy effect do a great job in enhancing him. We'll just say it's not just like, oh yeah, there's Silver Samurai. It's like, yeah, that's cool. It's a little something different, but he ain't great is what I'm trying to get at here. With the energy effects on the blade, heck yeah, that's straight from the video game. You can go whipping out some of those orange throwing stars of his. Now with Wolverine does come with some accessories like some extra hands, fisted hands with the adamantium portholes, which I absolutely love, right there on the back of his gloves. And his fisted hands or blades out, snicked out, whatever you want to say, it's a pretty cool Wolverine. But there's, again, some caveats to that. He does come with this blade slash attack. Adamantium, full-blown, very cool. And you plug it into the stand, which keeps it upright. Now, it's a little bit top-heavy, and you have to find that sweet spot from time to time. But I like what you're thinking here. I like thinking outside the box and making all those video game slash attacks and energy effects and everything else. So it's cool in that sense. But let's just work on the stands here. Maybe something a little bit more sturdy. And as you can see, they're two separate pieces. So you can do one slash, double slash, whatever you'd like to display him as. Wolverine. This is a really cool Wolverine. This is the 90s Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine. I can hear Cal Dodd's voice in my head. The only problem is he's a bigger Wolverine. Now, in the sense of Marvel vs. Capcom in video games, I don't really mind it because I have a smaller type comic book X-Men the Animated Series Wolverine. This is the video game Wolverine with his really cool black wingtip boots right here. Those are awesome. He has the giant bladed mask going on. That's awesome. And then he has huge adamantium claws, which, how does that work within the context of his forearm? Who cares? It's supposed to be fun. But the articulation, just the way he's proportioned and everything else. Yes, he is a larger Wolverine, but I have plenty of smaller Wolverines, and this one will be part of my Marvel vs. Capcom collection. He won't go with comic books. He definitely won't go with movies, because we're done with that. But he is just the epitome of what I think about with Marvel vs. Capcom video games. The yellows, the blues, the arm hair, again, the adamantium claws, everything else. If they can make those metal one day, whew, what a hit they would have here. But like I said, from Silver Samurai, who's okay, he's just okay, to then this Wolverine, which I totally love. Heck yeah, it's not a bad set at all, and it really does a great job in incorporating all those video game effects. Then we have Venom versus Captain America. This is a fantastic set overall because it's my new favorite Captain America, and it's a Venom that I have been asking for years. Finally, we got the blue Venom. In terms of Captain America, he comes with 2 extra hands, both thumbs up or thumbs down. These hands really do aid in bringing forth the video game, especially when he wins, doing the whole thumbs up aspect. So heck yeah, I like that they paid attention to that detail. With the extra head portrait, it's more of a screaming head. I don't particularly like some of the art styles, some of the looks that they give certain characters, i.e. Captain America. I just don't really feel like it does a good job of bringing forth the character. If you look at SH Figure Arts or any other import company, I think they do a lot better job. Then you have Cap here with his shield with an energy blast effect for the shield, which clips on beautifully. So while we are getting a Ryu shield, which I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, that kind of thing. Although I wish you would kind of switch it up from time to time. The shield just simply clips right into the effect. It's easy peasy and it totally looks cool. And I love that. I think that that was really effective. So yes, I would love for them to eventually change up how the shield works and everything else. Maybe give him a bigger shield too from time to time. Wouldn't mind that. But I love this Captain America because he doesn't have the scales. I like the old school look, kind of Toy Biz to me. In fact, this is the Captain America that I wish that they had given us way back when with the Electro Spark series for Spider-Man, the animated series. You know what I'm talking about. Even though he was giant, oversized, this is the epitome of that reborn for me. The colors are great. The reds, the blues, it's very matte, and it works. Venom comes with some extra hands, clawed hands. He has the patch on the back, but no dots. I do miss that. I wish that he had a dot. And also, I wish that he had been a deluxe character with webbing and the Venom symbiote and everything else, because you only get an extra head portrait, which we've seen before. Yes, it is effective. It's kind of like when he morphs between fights and everything else, which, yeah, I totally get what they're going for. But again, a more deluxe sized Venom with all the parts and pieces, I would not turn that down. When you have the clawed hands, when you have the mid-fight transformation, sure, that totally is effective. But right here with this head portrait, with the elongated jaw, with the tongue, with the green slime, and then you got to get the eyes right. The eyes are fantastic, along with the blue, the white spider symbol. I absolutely love this. He's not exactly pinless. He's kind of half and half. Unfortunately, that's another kind of like, ah, man, I could have gone full pinless on this one. The spider symbol is a little bit crunched in the back, but it's totally effective on the front. This is one that I have been wanting for years, so I'm not going to be too hard on it because I think that they absolutely nailed it in terms of what I was looking for. We've already gone over making it a deluxe and everything else, but that head portrait, the face, the fisted hands, heck yeah, that is an awesome, amazing video game Blue Venom. Then we have, along with the Juggernaut, another big old mamma jamma to round out the Gamerverse wave, and that is Shuma-Gorath. This is one of the coolest things that Marvel Legends has done in as many years. I never thought, when I heard the rumors, like, oh, here we go, let's see what they're going to do here. No, they went above and beyond. This is very cool. So they finally brought old Shuma-Gorath to life. He's got 6 huge tentacles and the little tiny Shuma-Gorath that he throws. No, he does not come with the stand. See, the stands are important. But this little guy right here is very cool. He's a big old spike ball. He's got some heft to him, and he's very spiky. In fact, be very careful with this. Don't be throwing it at anybody by any means. But that's a great accessory pack-in. Heck yeah. The actual figure, or whatever you would call this, right? It's like a playset in many ways. You kind of have to fidget with it. You got to get the feet, the tentacles placed just right, just to get him standing. Then you can move around the arms and display him however you'd like. You can cross his arms. You can get his arms going all the way up. He has really awesome articulation for this type of character. Again, I did not know what they would have had planned because of prior situations, but the eye is the center focal point that brings this character to life. He has an eyelid. You can move the eyeball around. It really presents a lot of emotion. Funny, agitated, angry, annoyed. You can represent all of this for this character, and that's what's a lot of fun, including a nice wash. He's got some really thick bendy wires. No, it doesn't appear that anything will break or snap. We'll have to see what happens years from now with this type of character because, yes, he is a giant bendy character, but there's a lot more going on than just, oh, yeah, it's just a bendy wire, whatever. No, there's some really cool design elements here, and he can hold the little doodad that he throws at his enemies, so I totally dig that. Again, the eye is awesome. The articulation with the tentacles, having him stand, posing him out, getting him short, tall, whatever you'd like to have him as, perhaps holding some fellow characters, throwing them across the screen, whatever you'd like. But man, oh man, I tell you, with the articulation of that eye, I absolutely love that. That is so much fun. In many ways, you could even put them with your real Ghostbusters figures if you want to do the Collect Call of Cthulhu. I'm just saying, for those of you still sticking around in this video, but heck yeah, this is an amazing achievement. More of this, Marvel Legends, por favor. Now, if you're wondering the scale for these figures, again, I'm going to keep this primarily as Gamerverse. This is Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel superheroes, everything in between. So while Wolverine is a little bit taller, he's still shorter than most of the characters. He's almost as tall as Spider-Man if you want to throw him in there. But yeah, all of these really do work well together in the terms of Marvel versus Capcom. When you want to look at Street Fighter characters, Capcom characters, Jada Toys characters, yeah, you already know they go. This is not my first rodeo making this type of video, but how fun is this? This is amazing. Not only having all those Street Fighter Capcom characters, but now the Marvel looks, everything from the game. That's awesome. Even though I will say they could push it more anime style if they want for Wave 2. And just as a heads up, Kith, the clothing company and pop culture company, everything else, teamed up with Hasbro and Jada in a weird thing, we'll just say. But there will be some Player 2 versions of Captain America and Wolverine, and then some Kith versions of Ryu and Mega Man. For those interested, you can get them on the Kith app and everything else. But yeah, I'll definitely be going for Cap and Wolverine. So that is going to wrap it up for my quick look at the entire first wave of the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Gamerverse lineup. I had a blast with these. These are so much fun. Yes, there are some quote-unquote duds in the wave, but definitely not in many ways that we go, oh man, why did I have to buy these? They're just kind of like, oh yeah, but they go with that whole Gamerverse line. It's Marvel versus Capcom, all the powers, all the effects, everything is really represented well. If I could give Hasbro any type of pat on the back, it's that I want to see more of this. You went all in, you looked at the game, you looked at the characters, you looked at the powers, and you really did a great job in bringing all of this to life. Push it even further going forward. I want to see waves 2, 3, and beyond. Keep on bringing it. And so you've heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.